In this great country of ours, we are proud of our rich and varied history. It's what us Brits are known for all around the world. But believe it or not, there are some individuals out there who do not share that respect for our heritage. I tell you what, makes you ashamed. For more than 150 years, Shoreham Fort has stood on the Sussex coastline. It was built to defend this land from enemy invasion, and it's the last of its kind still standing. The soldiers are now long gone, but these days it's staffed by an army of volunteers who are battling a different enemy. Those set on covering these ancient walls with graffiti.
Graffiti is a very difficult crime to actually catch people for, and graffiti on heritage sites can cause untold damage.
And for one local resident whose boyhood imagination was fed by every story held within the ruined stones, the destruction is devastating.
It's hard to just even put words to it. These people have defaced something that we worked so hard to try and keep.
Shoreham Fort has been a special part of Gary's life ever since he can remember.
I actually came here when I was 4 years old. My grandfather brought me here, and I can remember walking around the fort, running down this bank as he walked along the beach like he was a soldier. I can actually remember using his walking stick as a gun and pointing the walking stick through the rifle loops, trying to shoot at him like he was a soldier.
But as Gary grew up, it seemed he was the only one who had a passion for this 155-year-old shell of a fort.
The fort was in pretty dire straits, actually, and parts of it were starting to fall to pieces. There was no access to the tunnels underneath the fort, which kept to the gun emplacements. And it was slowly filling up with beach material, so you could barely see the shape of the fort.
Finally, in 2010, on his 30th birthday, Gary came up with a plan to safeguard the fort's future by setting up a charity, Friends of Shoreham Fort, who work tirelessly to preserve the site and to continue to uncover its hidden past.
He enthuses a lot of other people. He's a man who can talk to anybody about this because he is so passionate about it, and indeed we all are.
But there's the Martini Henry carbine with the lever action at the back. In go the rounds and then pinch fire.
He has researched this site incredibly, and he gives these talks, and every time I go and listen to him, you learn something new. He's really made this site come back to life, and his passion, his enthusiasm is infectious.
It was actually believed that Napoleon III sent a spy to Shoreham Fort. He looked at the design once he got here, went back to Napoleon III and said, "Don't chance it, go inland," which is exactly what Napoleon III did, starting the Franco-Prussian War.
It's the sort of place that once you come to, you don't actually leave because the passion of the history grabs you.
So you could say that it's down to Shoreham Fort that we're not speaking French.
But it seems all the shared passion and hard work that's gone into bringing this ancient fort back to life has not been enough to put off the vicious vandalism that has stopped this loyal band of volunteers in their tracks. One summer evening, the newly restored lime mortar walls were targeted by a graffiti hooligan.
The National Coast Watch, they called Sussex Police after seeing a rowdy group down at the fort that they felt may have been up to no good, and felt that it needed a police response down there.